there's a couple of reasons that I'm here today, but number one is it's bullying in the workplace, and there's no point in anybody in Carlow County Council, from the management right down to the road worker. There's no point in anybody in management in Carlow County Council or the workers saying that they don't know what I'm talking about, because they do.
What brought everybody here today?
Frustration, anger at the treatment of them by their employer and the local authorities, the bullying, the discrimination, the victimisation, especially of activists, of shop stewards, of members that are willing to stand together and not put up with injustice and unfair treatment in the workplace. At a time in society where everything and the cost of living has gone through the roof, we have management routinely interfering with people's wages, just stopping them willy-nilly. They're the people that maintain the streets of Kilkenny, and Carlow, and Waterford, and Wexford. They're the people that look after your parks, empty your bins. They're the people that in a world pandemic were out here working, while other people in the administration were locked behind locked doors where the public had no access to. These are the people that made sure when people got their couple of hours to go their 2 kilometres to get out and exercise, they were going to clean parks, they were going to clean streets. These are the people that in the community look after that we can all come out and enjoy a beautiful medieval city, or the beautiful city of Waterford or Wexford or Carlow. These are the working men and women of this country that are being absolutely devastated with the absolute attack of bullying.
Well, the experience we have there now is if the management then decide to go on leave, we won't be paid any of that. They will just put in like a flat week for us. They will leave people then, but they won't let us know that they're doing that. We will just be left there. So there's plenty up in the yard that do that, like especially on the street cleaning and starting the early morning. So you could come then for that week. There's a lot of them that would have direct debits going out, maybe creche fees and whatever, and you're just told, well, that's it, it's kind of, you'll be paid it in 2 weeks. You're not given any notice to let you know that you're going to be stopped the money, or the money's going to be stopped on you. But you're just told to accept that, and that's that.
Why would the money be stopped?
Because the person that would be putting in your timesheets and putting your timesheets in for you decides that it's a flat week going in, instead of what you have earned, what you've worked. It's just put in as a normal week, and then when they come back, then they will do that themselves the following week, or 2 weeks on. Or if that person could be off for 2 weeks, it could be 4 weeks, 6 weeks before you get paid for it. Have that before, and we presumed it was all sorted out, but it hasn't been sorted out, obviously. So there's a lot of grievance with people in our yard because of that situation. Like, they're not being told, they're being left short, but they've got to go home to the family, and they explain to the family that they haven't got the money this week for that. They'll have to wait 2 weeks, they'll have to wait 4 weeks, and people are just not happy with that. Not happy one bit with that.
36 years I'm working with Carlow County Council, and there's a couple of reasons that I'm here today, but number one is it's bullying in the workplace, and there's no point in anybody in Carlow County Council, from the management right down to the road worker. There's no point in anybody in management in Carlow County Council or the workers saying that they don't know what I'm talking about, because they do, and it's widespread. What seems to happen in Carlow is they want to bury their head in the sand, and when somebody is prepared to stand up, they're intimidated and bullied into keeping their mouth shut and going away.
The pattern here is the same. They don't want to deal with issues. There's widespread violations of workers' rights, and there's non-compliance with internal procedures and with national procedures and with national agreements.
As far as you were aware, is that a countrywide issue?
In the local authorities, it is a countrywide issue, I think. Now, it is particularly bad in Kilkenny. I think that is probably because we started to try and get a bit of collective activity. And I would suggest that over the last few years, especially with COVID and all that, there had been a lot less activity, and we're trying to reactivate it because our members are suffering hand over fist with bullying and different types of complaints. In particular, our shop stewards are being victimised at an unbelievably bad level.
Can you give me some examples of the bullying you say is taking place?
Well, the bullying, it's well known in certain sections that you have people, and unless you play their game, and unless you nod and wink with them, you're not wanted. And if you're in the circle, you're looked after, and if you stand up for what's right, and if you try to be honest and straight on the job, you're not wanted and you're victimised against.
And one of the ways they implement bullying in the workforce and to try and bring somebody down to their knees is to interfere with your wages, to stop paying you your overtime or your allowances, or to sometimes leave you short hundreds and hundreds of euro. And in the current climate, that's totally unacceptable. That's the difference between someone paying their mortgage, feeding their kids, we're falling into debt. So
What do you say somebody might do to provoke this bullying you're speaking about?
show that they have high integrity, that they won't stand by and watch their colleagues being mistreated, that they stand up for union principles. Fairness in the workplace, treat people. Look, at a time in society where everybody has the right to identify as what they want and who they want and be protected, and rightly so. The only people that are not being protected is the workers.